Hello YouTube, it's me Justin, February 6th. This is going to be a part 2 of the series that I did yesterday on long-term food storage because my battery went dead and I had a few more things that I wanted to talk about. But going back to where I ended was one thing on the dry canning. Basically with dry canning, with rice or beans or anything like that, they do have little bit larvae in it. So you could actually seal this here with an oxygen absorber, vacuum seal it, and years later you can open it up and there will be bugs in it. Now Profit Easy One and some people, they put the rice in the freezer for a couple days, and that does work as well. But with this, you put the rice or the beans in the oven in the can for 250 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. Now it doesn't cook the rice or anything, but it kills off any of the larvae. Sounds gross, but it's what's in there. You can't prevent it. So, but and going back to the mashed potatoes, I said Profit Easy One wasn't a big fan of the instant mashed potatoes, but I just got a comment from him where he said he didn't say that, so it was more of a inside poking fun at him. So, but very sustainable foods, and this is basically the dry canning gear that you can buy. A cheap food saver with the vacuum seal hose, and these go on top of the cans to vacuum seal them. I urge people to just look up a video on how to dry can. I'm not a very good teacher by no means. So basically this little setup right here is all you need. And you can find them on eBay, I believe, for like $18 for this system here. Maybe sometimes free shipping. And these run about $8 to $10 a piece, but you use them forever. But other things, when I wanted to talk about the water. Now, there are chemicals in the plastic. I forgot what the chemical is that they say leaches into the water over time. Could be toxic, but that's just the risk you have to take in a whatever, shit hits the fan situation. But it does have a long shelf life. I've done research on it. But I would recommend, if you had bottles that sat for a couple years and you had to use them, is to drop a couple drops of bleach in each bottle and let them set for like 8 hours. It's no different than swimming pool water, and it'd be, a couple drops is not fatal by no means. It might have a small pool-like taste, kind of swimming in a swimming pool when you drink a little bit of pool water on accident. But another thing I find is good is that I stock up on is white vinegar. It's cheap and it has so many uses. It's for cleaning. You can look into the usage of that, but once a week, stop. They're $1.50, $2 for a gallon, and so many different benefits you get from white vinegar. You can use it for, like I said, cleaning, infections, all kinds of good stuff. But I forgot what else I was going to talk about because I kept on talking when I was videotaping yesterday, and I didn't realize my camera was off and dead. But when it comes to the mouthwash, my wife had told me the reason why. She had looked on Pinterest. Why she's been stocking up on it. It actually helps to clean wounds because it's an antiseptic. So that's one of the reasons why she's stocking up on that. And Profit Easy One, he has great ideas on different herbs and stuff too. But this, for us is what we're gonna use. We've got probably maybe 10 or 15 more bottles of that somewhere, and all these totes around here. But like I said, we got the water purification tablets. I have somewhere around here that I've ordered online the non-GMO seeds, plant seeds for, you know, restarting a garden, which you can reuse the seeds over and over again, because I don't know if many people know, but the foods that you buy, the vegetables that you buy in the supermarket are genetically engineered to where the seeds will not regrow. So you can't rely on trying to save seeds from, you know, your tomatoes or whatnot and try to regrow them the next year. It's simply not going to happen. So, but anyways, vinegar, and that's a biggie. And like I said, dry canning. Now I had the lone warrior was asking, you know, on a budget, how do you know, get this much food? Well, my wife does go and she looks for sales in like the dollar store. You know, sometimes tuna fish is expensive, but you can find these on sale for 75 cents a piece, and they still have a date of, this one says 2021. So, and like Walter Davis said, coupons, you know, just smart shopping. You can find, sometimes they've got great sales on, you know, cream of chicken and all kinds of soups and vegetables. You know, they're not outdated, they're just overstocked. So you just got to be wise with your money, and you just got to bargain shop, so to speak, and find the best deals. And it's quite easy to build up your food supply. And you want to use, you know, high protein, sustainable foods, you know, not junk food. You know, my wife does have some chocolates and stuff put away because you want that morale boost in case of a, you know, a catastrophe or EMP or solar flare EMP. But, you know, now we got the new threat of Russia. I just saw where he just, Ukrainian border, he just posted 77,000 troops along the border with over 1,000 tanks. You know, that's right there is a sure sign of war coming, you know. So there's just a lot of instability and a lot of stuff to, you know, to worry about. So I just urge people to do your research and just stock up. And, you know, Tina Bailey says that she's not able to store her food because she lives in a hot climate. Now, you know, I don't believe that the canned foods and stuff are affected, you know, as long as it's in the house. We're just lucky we have a basement. But there's so many places, too. People say, I have nowhere to store food and water and stuff. And if you have a bed, is it completely empty underneath your bed? If so, you can start boxing up and, you know, putting stuff away. Have a box of tuna fish, a box of Spam, a box of, you know, just meats, and then a separate box of, you know. But I honestly, for sustainable, long-term, cheap, the dry canning with rice, beans, and mashed potatoes is definitely, I mean, it's not the best food in the world to mix together, but, you know, iodine salt is cheap. You got to have salts. You got to have salts in your diet. Just basically, I'm doing this for my loyal subscribers, not doing this video to get new subscribers, because there's a lot of channels on this kind of stuff, and I'm not an expert at it by no means. So I want the best for my subscribers slash friends. You know, any little thing that you, so I've got so much toothpaste. You know, this big ball of string here, string line we use for construction. Never know what uses. We have paracord. We have all kinds of different stuff in different totes way on the other side of my basement over there. So, and another thing with this is another, pineapple juice. This lasts for a decent amount of time, but not a long time, because anything that's highly acidic will eventually, over years, will eat away at the inside. So they're not highly recommended for anything over 5 years past its date. But once again, peanut butter, if you can find peanut butter on sale, and it doesn't have to be, Jif or anything special. It could be the cheap stuff, because in times of desperation and staying alive, it doesn't matter what the name brand is, as long as, sometimes I look around, I just find stuff that my wife buys and puts in the fish oil. But one thing I want to talk to Prophet Easy One, if you see this video, I'm talking with my wife last night, and I forgot, this is the nuclear, the iodine tablets to protect the thyroid. Well, my wife's allergic to iodine. So what other things are out there to protect the thyroid besides iodine in case for nuclear fallout? If you see this video, please let me know. That would be great. Like I said, hand sanitizers, she's got tons of those. And we do have the medical box, and even syrup, maple syrup, has good sugar. Just, once again, I'm repeating myself, but sustainable foods. And I do urge people, don't be embarrassed. Go to Walmart. These buckets, you can't beat them. They seal super tight, food grade, and large capacity. And Walmart's happy to get rid of them for $1. You can't beat it for $1. And like I said, toilet paper, water. That's a biggie. So, and down here in the basement, our next goal is we want to get a wood stove, but our insurance will not allow us to have a antique wood burning stove in our house. We do have a